If you're just tuning in, this is actually real wrestling. I'm your host, Jeff Sunday, at Jeff Sunday on Twitter and all the things, jeffsunday.com to find us on YouTube. We've had incredible action, and now we are looking to find our first ever actual tag team champions. It will be one of these two teams, as Finn Balor works over Okada in his own corner. Series of knife-edge chops there. Takes the Rainmaker off his feet. Modified surfboard submission by Finn, and Asuka's in to get involved. All four competitors in the ring. Aubrey Edwards gonna have to get this thing under control as Finn hits the falling DDT, but Tanahashi getting some offense in on Asuka. Finn has the outside leg hook too close to their corner. Tanahashi easily able to break it up, and he goes into the cloverleaf on Finn. But Finn can't submit in that scenario. He's not the legal man. What a neck breaker by Okada, one of his signatures there. Quick tags over in the corner of the Dream Team. And it's what you want to do in a tag team situation. Double team suplex. Works for Balor and Asuka, but Tanahashi hits that spinning neck breaker again on Asuka. Waiting for her to get up and goes for the crossbody splash. He got it. He's going back upstairs. Could it be the high fly flow? It is. But again, Asuka getting the rope break. And she needed it bad there. Tanahashi hitting a second high five flow. Hits that drop kick. And that takes Asuka, the Empress of Tomorrow, off her feet. Asuka now could be out there as a straight jacket German suplex lands. A beautiful bridge by Tanahashi, but Balor breaks it up. Scoop slam by Okada. Gets behind Asuka, but she breaks that up with an elbow. Focuses back on Tanahashi, and three huge open palm strikes by Tana as he hits the ropes and hits the sling blade. Hooks the outside leg, does Tanahashi. Finn Balor has to get involved. Breaks it up. And it has been all Dream Team for a while now. And luckily, Asuka able to get the hot tag. Tags in Balor. But Balor has his work cut out for him as he takes a double suplex from both the Dream Team. Tanahashi and Okada working well in tandem. And a Rainmaker clothesline lands for Okada. But he's right in that corner of Balor and Asuka. And a jumping Superman punch by the Ace on Asuka, and now it's another war of elbows between Balor and Okada. Jumping kick lands. Big boot for Okada. Tanahashi starting to move the action over to his half of the ring. Low kick lands for Asuka, follows it up with a snapmare, and an STF by Asuka. Has the submission locked in. Will Tanahashi submit? No. Okada able to break things up at the last moment when Tanahashi needed it most. Knee breaker by Tanahashi on Finn, and then a right hand, just the size of Tanahashi, as he hits the Michinoku driver. Follows it up with high fly flow. It's a cover. Finn knows he has to get in there, and he does break up the cover, and not a moment too soon. 2 count for Asuka, but the Ace kicks out. Balor on the outside there on that apron, and Tanahashi with Styles Clash, a maneuver he knows well from his battles against AJ Styles in New Japan Pro Wrestling over the past several years prior to AJ's run in WWE. This thing is starting to heat up now as the action is over in Balor and Asuka's corner. But Asuka seemingly has a second win here, trying to make every action count. The coup de grace lands on the back of Okada. Finn's got it hooked here. 2 and 2.9. The Rainmaker able to kick out at the last moment. The 1916 DDT lands. And here's another cover by Balor, but this time Tanahashi's there to break it up. Oh, what action here on Actually Real Wrestling. Who wants it more? Who is going to be the first ever actual tag team champions? As a modified attitude adjustment lands for Okada, but he took a lot out of the Rainmaker. He's gasping for air there. Both teams make tags off screen. Our camera's cutting to the crowd momentarily. And Balor just took a neck breaker from Okada. And now it's Asuka and Tanahashi trading blows, kicks Four fists and a spinning backhand takes the ace off his feet. And Asuka with a drop kick to the down Tanahashi. Has him by the hair now and makes him eat her turnbuckle now. Flipping DDT for Asuka. Finn was going to get involved, but sees that the Empress of Tomorrow has it under control. She hits the hip attack, one of her signature maneuvers. Balor now with a sliding drop kick to the downed Okada, sends him back to the ropes, catches him with a drop kick as he comes from the other side. Finn Balor putting on a show here, falling, clothesline slam there, and we're back to square one as we approach the 25-minute mark. These guys can't get enough of throwing these elbows. A jumping kick by Finn, the big boot by Kazuchika Okada, and now Okada's going to go on the offensive. Was setting up for the German suplex, but instead sends Finn into the ropes, catches him. One-legged flapjack lands for Okada. They were the unofficial IWGP champions until we got a cease and desist indicating that we could not defend that title. And now we have the actually real wrestling tag team championship on the line. And we will have a new champion as Tanahashi hits the sling blade. And Asuka was reeling from that as Finn Balor's in to break it up. That could have been it had Finn Balor not gotten in there with a low kick. And Tanahashi firing up now, has a dazed Asuka. Hits the Michinoku driver for the second time. Full Nelson slam into the bridging pin, but Finn able to break it up again. And Balor for the third or fourth time now has managed to save this matchup for his team as Asuka sets up Tanahashi, hits the drop kick. Chin breaker, Okada going for the jumping pile driver. He got it. Oh, what a pile driver. And Finn's in trouble, but he, out of desperation, hits a drop toe hold, sends Okada to the ropes, hits a sling blade. Does Finn Balor, and now the signature strikes, follows it up with that signature spinning kick. Finn Balor now hits the missile drop kick. His full arsenal on display. The Demon King now going for another ride for that pile driver, and this time Balor, oh, he really felt that. You saw him just reeling in pain there. We're still looking for that pinfall or submission victory as Aubrey Edwards counts out the legal competitors, Asuka and Okada. Meanwhile, Balor and Tanahashi in the middle of the ring, fighting it out, and Tanahashi hits high fly flow on the back of Finn Balor. And that took quite a bit out of the ace as the Rainmaker lands for Okada on the outside. And don't tell me this is going to be a count out situation. Can't have the championship change hands that way. 19 at the 19 count. Asuka able to break it, but sends him to the ropes, and a sling blade lands on Tanahashi. He's not used to being on that side of the sling blade, I can tell you that, as a second one lands for Finn Balor, and he tags in Asuka, and Tanahashi does the same, tagging in Okada. Hasn't been the legal man in a while here. Double suplex by Balor and Asuka, that lands. And now Asuka looking to capitalize, but Okada making some space as he misses with the boot there. Asuka sends him to the ropes, slipped him, went for the German, but she takes the spike pile, tombstone pile driver instead from Okada. And a hard body slam by Okada. As Tanahashi tries to fire up this crowd, Asuka lands two kicks to the midsection, taking the wind out of the sails of Okada. He's out on his feet now, and she goes for the Asuka lock. There's the Asuka lock. Is it going to be a submission here? She's checking on Okada, but Tanahashi breaks it up. That Asuka lock was cinched deep. He was nowhere near the ropes. He needed Tanahashi's help. And here come the signature strikes of Asuka as she tags in Finn Balor. Okada shaking off the cobwebs, tags in Tanahashi. As the camera here having trouble staying with the action. There's that attitude adjustment modified by Okada. Balor escapes, hits the falling slam, and both men are down now. Could it be the 1916? It is. Formerly known as the Bloody Sunday. Outside leg hook 2, and Okada just breaks it up at the last moment. Double drop kick from the Dream Team on Asuka. All 4 in the ring now. Okada at the 5 count has to get out of the ring as a drop kick lands for Finn Balor on the back. He's been working on the back of Tanahashi with much of that offense as Tana lands that signature low drop kick to take Finn off his feet. And Okada now going to work on Finn, but that opens the window for Asuka, who's now firing up this crowd at Full Sail University. She hits the ropes. What's she going to do here? Slips Okada, was going for the German, but Okada with the arm drag takedown. Cut her off. Cut off the attack and hits a German suplex. Could he go for another one? No, it's a Rainmaker clothesline instead. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, no. Balor able to break things up at the last moment as Tanahashi goes back to the Michinoku driver. It's been working well for him. Running drop kick lands on the downed Asuka, but she's right back up and answers with an elbow. And Asuka now this time with a kick right to the temple. And Okada might be done here. He is out on his feet. And there's the hip attack from Asuka. Could she be ramping it up here? Might we see the Asuka lock next to wrap this up? No, German suplex lands for Okada right after the tag to Tanahashi. And now that neck breaker lands for Okada. Sets things up nicely for Hiroshi Tanahashi, the ace of New Japan Pro Wrestling. And Asuka setting things up for Balor, who she just tagged in now. And there goes Finn off the top rope, lands, and he's going right back. Could it be the coup de grace? It is. Double stomp lands on the back of Tanahashi. Outside leg hook by Finn. 2 and 3. And Finn, Balor, and Asuka are... Wait a minute. Wait just a minute. It appears that this is now going to be an elimination tag. Okada still in it for his team, but a huge shotgun drop kick sends him flying across the ring. So here we are. We're down to a 2-on-1 situation, and rightfully so. It'll take at least 2 falls to end this matchup. Okada hanging on for his team as Okada able to kick out at the last moment there on the cover by Asuka. He hits the German suplex, but you gotta feel that the odds are now stacked against the Rainmaker. But he's still putting up a hell of a fight here. As he lands an elbow on Asuka, she answers back with a kick. Spinning backhand for Asuka. And Okada manages to take her down. But Okada now going back to the well as he hits that neck breaker. Seems that he's comfortable landing it with these smaller competitors. But Finn now hits the coup de grace for the 3rd time in the matchup. Has the neck and outside leg hook, but it's a rope break just when Okada needed it. Finn has a moment to collect himself. Okada severely disadvantaged here with no one to tag. He has to carry his team at this point. The hopes of becoming the first ever actual tag team champion slipping away as Finn lands a double stomp, going for the 1916 on Okada, and Okada felt that one. Outside leg hook. Could this be it? 3 count. And the team of Finn Balor and Asuka have done it. They are your first ever actual tag team champions. And what a way to wrap up this card. We have our first ever actual tag team champions. And with that, we have reached the end of this stream. And there the pyro goes off. The new championship. This is ARW